Yo, how's it going? Okay, so I learned something today which is really fucking cool, and I wanted to share it with everybody who's going to watch. Hopefully it can help some people. It's of interest. Four-step consciousness talk, the fourth state of consciousness, right? And lucid dreaming, and why I think lucid dreaming is awesome, and what lucid dreaming indicates in terms of four-state consciousness. So, we know there's four states of consciousness, actually 7 states of consciousness. Let me run through these in case you don't know. I'm sure you're aware of them anyway. If you don't, it's cool. You just learned something today. First 3 states of consciousness, they're all different. Waking, sleeping, dreaming. They're all different. And they all do different things to the brain. Right? So waking is not the same as sleeping. And sleeping is not the same as dreaming. They're all different states of consciousness. Now, the fourth state of consciousness is when you become a witness and you gain awareness during your waking state. That is the fourth state of consciousness. It's what Eckhart Tolle talks about. So being aware of the thinker, which is just a euphemism and a platitude until you actually experience it. I've never experienced it, so I can't talk. I'm sure maybe you guys have with psychedelics, with ego destruction, I don't know, or had these moments with complete witness. That's what a fourth state of consciousness is. Now, it's not permanent. That's a 5th state of consciousness. So the 4th state of consciousness is when you get moments, either doing whatever, doing your health protocols, your meditation stuff, and you become, or just normal life, like Tolle on the beach, with no reason, not even trying. Stag Guru, maybe there's other people out there that have done this and they just get it. But that's the 4th. Then the 5th is almost in your entire waking state. Well, not entire date, for like quite a long period of time. And then 6th and 7th, and it just, there's like 7, apparently, if you believe that stuff. I definitely do. And by the 7th, you're just permanently... Oh yeah, wait. 4th state of consciousness is when you witness, like, in moments. 5th is, like, pretty much a lot of your waking life. 6th and 7th is when you do it when you're dreaming, too. So, this is crazy. You can actually, whilst you're dreaming... I'll get to lucid dreaming in a second, but the 6th and 7th is when you're dreaming, you're aware that you're dreaming. Now, this ties in with what we know about lucid dreaming, because here's the thing I read today in a really good book about transcendental meditation. It makes sense to me. And based on my own experiences too, when you lucid dream, if you've ever done lucid dreaming, and if you do it regularly, it's basically, think about this, lucid dreaming is witnessing an awareness of the fact that you're dreaming, right? So at some point in your dream, if you're like most people and you get into lucid dream, I'm sure many of you guys have had it, you get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm aware, you're in the dream, and something doesn't make sense in the dream, and that's what wakes you up to it, and you're like, oh, this doesn't make sense. And then you realise, oh shit, I'm dreaming. So you can do like tests, like check the time. Oh, the watch just seems wrong. The numbers are backwards, and you like. For me, when I've done quite. I'm getting not good, but I've had like 10 lucid dreaming experiences in the past 10 months or so, and I've never had them before. Like 2 in my entire life before. So I know what I'm doing, and I want to give encouragement to people that there is a reason behind lucid dreaming, and what it means is you're in a halfway house position before you're accessing a 4th state of consciousness. And so, like I said, when you witness a dream, you're aware you're in a dream, you're awake in a dream, that's a lucid dream. You just become awake in a dream. Well, all you need to do now, it sounds like a much of a jump, but it's not. It's the halfway house. So you're awake in a dream, you're aware yourself. Well, you've got to do the same now when you're awake, and that's the 4th state of consciousness. So you realize, oh shit, I'm thinking, but I'm not the thought. Because in a dream, when it's going on, you're like, oh, I'm aware, I'm dreaming, so now I can control the dream because that's not really me. When it becomes lucid, your dream, you just become conscious of the fact you're dreaming, and you're like, oh shit, I'm dreaming, and then you can control the dream. So the same thing happens when you're awake. You can happen when you hit the 4th state of consciousness. I'd love to, if you guys have experienced it, put in the comments below if you're watching, and anyone sharing if it's on YouTube as well, send in the comments like, what's your experiences with 4th state of consciousness if you've had it. I'm sure many of you guys have had the taste of it. I don't think I have yet. I'm not sure psychedelics can get you there. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going off books, but I just know that it resonates strongly with me that and I know this to be true, that lucid dreaming is like the practice run. If you're doing a lot of lucid dreaming, if you had a lot of lucid dreamings in your life at that point, that means that you were kind of close. It's a good sign. It means that you are gaining that state of like awareness in the dream. Now you just need to keep pushing and working on health protocols and emotional work and all that shit, and you'll get there eventually. And especially transcendental meditation or any meditation you want. although transcendental meditation will take you there a lot quicker for a lot less time. Certainly that's what I'm finding. That's why I've been getting lucid dreaming a lot, for my version of a lot. Like, I shouldn't be getting them, because I'm not consciously trying. That's the funny thing. I'm not even trying. And a few days ago I had one, a mini one, and then I scared myself and woke up when I realised I was dreaming. It was kind of a light sleep, because I was near the end of my sleep cycle. I need to get up in the morning. That's when you dream the most, right? And I did one last week too. And the reason why is because I did transcendental meditation. I woke up at sunrise, did the transcendental for an hour, lights the window. Then I did my transcendental meditation while I was keeping still. I was activating Vipassana and transcendental meditation at the same time. You know, doing both. That's super fucking geeky, but that's what I do. And that seems to work powerfully too. Actually, I found that even before I started transcendental meditation, when I was since last October, I've been doing the keeping the body still at night time and after my sunrise, the daytime, if I'm lying down, getting ready to sleep, keep my body still for a while, just the Vipassana. And I don't even do presence or breath or anything, I just keep my body still for like an hour or something, and it gets painful. And that, I found, sometimes made me go lucid. But now if I combine that with transcendental meditation, then I like, that seems to make me definitely go lucid without even trying. I'm not trying to do them, they just happen. It's fucking weird. When you realise you're in a dream, it's fucking weird, isn't it? It's like, oh shit. Every one of my lucid dreams I've had has been, there's different styles, and mine is the one where the dream doesn't make sense, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. What the fuck's going on here? Oh, I'm dreaming. It's fucking cool. I don't think there's anything more, like, more cool in the world than, like, realising you're dreaming in a dream. Actually, there is something, whilst I'm talking, there is something more cool than realising you're dreaming, being awoke, being a witness to your dreams, then changing it. It's called the fourth state of consciousness. How cool would that be when we access that? How cool would that be, guys? Fucking hell. Because I know being awake dream and realising a dream is fucking sick. It's fucking sick, feeling. So imagine if you did that in your waking life. Holy shit. The fourth state of consciousness. And then once you work on it, here's the thing though. Once you get to that point, the hardest point for us is going to be getting to the fourth state of consciousness. Now, I don't know if we will. It's just a nice ambition. I just like to talk about it. We talk and plant seeds. It's to work towards our entire... By the way, if I don't make it my entire life, I'm cool. I'm happy. I love duality. I fucking love that shit. Yeah. But it's nice to talk about it so we can plant seeds and work towards... But what was I going to say? Okay. I said 4, 5, 6, 7. You want to work towards 7. Maybe Mariashi Yogi, very few people have had 7, right? But I kind of believe this to be true too. It's hardest to get to that point of the 4th and the 5th. State of consciousness, the 4th, it's really hard to get there. But once you get to that point of had a few experiences with the 4th state of consciousness, then they say it's very easy. You just to integrate that into it comes fast. 4, 5, 6, 7 comes fast. The hard part is achieving the 4th state of consciousness. So that's encouragement. I believe that to be true too. And it's fucking exciting, I think. It really is. Imagine that, being witness to your thinker in your waking life. It's like going to be like a lucid dream when you realise, oh shit, I'm dreaming, I can control the dream. It's going to be like that, and you can start flying and shit. It's going to be like that for your waking life. It's going to be sick. You won't ever need to get stressed. And I read as well that this resonates with me. Okay, this might put people off, but what Mariashi Yogi says is that there's so much stress in our system that's what stops the 4th state of consciousness. You know, stress, pre-cognitive commitments, premature cognitive commitments, PCCs. Stress from childhood just builds up like an open window tab on a computer, and by the time you're 20 years old, there's like an average of 10 million of these tabs of stress that haven't been removed. So we're like a computer, all of us. That's average person. Actually, I'm worse, and you're probably worse because we're more damaged in a way than other people. We have to try harder. I speak for myself only. I have to try harder. So you've got loads of open tabs, and that's deep stress is what we're doing with health protocols like fasting, eating good food, sunlight, aged urine therapy, all that shit. We're working. We're removing tabs kind of slowly. And then we've got to add in, we've got to do the things that can remove these tabs of stress, the deep layers of stress, the deep layers of emotional trauma, all that shit. And you think you've done, I mean, if you believe Mariashi Yogi, I think I've done a lot of emotional work, but if we've got 10 million of these PCCs kicking around, the average person's going really slow at removing them, and we're going fast, but there's still loads left. And he reckoned that the reason why we can't access 4th and 5th as normal humans, there's still PCCs open, there's still stress with it. Samskara, I believe the Tibetans called it Samkara. I think it's called Samkara. I need to read. I read it in a book somewhere. I think it's called Samkara. So it's well known. It's like stress in the system that prevents access to the 4th state, 5th state of consciousness. So we have to keep working really hard and do the most powerful, fastest protocols possible. aka follow me and all the people that are watching this and all the good shit. You do the fast shit, man. Don't do the subtle stuff. Do the fast shit, because it makes you happy too. But I mean, that's what's holding us back from the fourth and the fifth. That makes sense with me if what I'm saying is true. You know, definitely makes sense that lucid dreaming is the halfway house. Once you get good at lucid dreaming, and once you're doing it, you're well on the way to becoming the best version of yourself. It can only happen from a state of pure consciousness, clearness, and clarity within. You know, a dirty body will struggle for that shit. I guess you could practice it, but if you're doing that, then you just got to keep doing it, keep rolling, and start doing, and you'll get there in your waking state. I hope. I can't wait to experience this for myself. If I did experience this for myself, I'll definitely report back to you guys. You know what I'm like, and if you have any of you done it, wow, I can't believe. Like without drugs, I mean, psychedelics I fucking love, by the way. But if you can do that shit without, with meditation, I'm gonna try one day doing TM for a long time. I've done 1 hour 20 today in the evening. It's my record. I don't know why I didn't go farther. I actually do. I've got a subconscious thing where I don't want to go too fast too soon. I could have stayed. I could have stayed for like 2 hours today. I was like, no, hold it, Harry, because I'm doing experiments. So I want to come up slowly. I don't want to rush things. So yeah, I'll just read your comments and then yeah. Alison, yeah, I don't know. I'm confused on weed. On weed, I'm watching. I listened to a podcast. Matthew Walker is a really good sleep expert with Joe Rogan today. Well, I listened to it this morning. I've got to finish it off, and they were talking about weed being bad, but I heard, yeah, they were saying that weed was pretty bad. That it what was he? Joe Rogan was saying, because he's a very predominant pot smoker. He's saying that it fucks up with his sleep, and then when he stops taking it for a few days, he gets like major vivid dreams. It's like the REM sleep gets curtailed by weed, and then the brain is so clever that it has like a build up. It needs REM sleep, remembering sleep, you know, to remember your dreams. And then because once you take a break, it just goes and you get really strong vivid dreams. Like the brain's overcompensating, almost like when we don't get proper sleep, and then the brain overcompensates by giving you like too much sleep the next day, and then you still can't recover. But I don't know. And then also heard that weed is like loads of melatonin in it, so I'm confused. I'm confused and open-minded. I'm going to go to it, but I don't know. I don't think it could be bad, could be good. I don't know. Could make me paranoid. Definitely did make me paranoid when I tried it once or twice. Could be just my personality. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous, Kalak. I'm jealous, mate. If you have lots of lucid dreams, you just need to add in some meditation, bro. And add some meditation, transcendental, whatever. But it's the easiest one. I love it. I fucking love transcendental meditation. It's so fucking powerful. Vipassana too. Maybe do a bit of both. Keep the body still while doing transcendental meditation like I did. That's how I seem to get in that position. And then, yeah, doing that in your waking state, and then hopefully it will happen for you. But do you know what I've learned? There's many paths towards the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh state of consciousness. It's not about one thing. Even though I preach one thing in my protocols, I guess, and they're pretty cool. That's what I do. The path is long, arduous, worth it, fun, enjoyable, but there's no one path. I'm just trying to figure out the fastest path, but I know there's people that, like, it happens to Eckhart Tolle by accident, it happens to Sadhguru because, like, he's been like that since a kid. Sadhguru was like, looking at a stone and at 5, 6, 7 years old and going, oh, this is interesting. And always questioning things and a rebel at school, and that's how people get there. He did it the slow way, Sadhguru, in my opinion, but it was just his personality, so he didn't have to try as much, it just came to him. Whereas people like me, I've got to try, so I've got to use the hacks, and like, I've got to try, yeah, so, anyway, yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet it does. But so does alcohol, but alcohol makes you sleep quick, but not good. I'm not sure does weed make you sleep good? Probably does, actually. That would explain the melatonin, like, makes it go up like 800%. I kind of believe that to be true. I don't know why science would lie about that. So weed majorly boosts your melatonin, so that would make you pass out and knock you out. So yeah, definitely. Alright, that's it. 4, 5, 6, 7 stage consciousness. If you're lucid dreaming, that's fucking awesome. I made a promise last year I was going to get better at lucid dreaming. Haven't even bothered. I was excited about it then, but now I'm doing it by accident. Maybe it's in my subconscious to get better at it. So I'm going to keep messing about with waking up at sunrise, and that's not quite fully my full sleep time, and then going back to bed like I do for an hour, only an hour, and I just have a quick dream, because it's not proper sleep, and then I seem to go into lucid dream, twice in the last 2 weeks, but it's fucking cool, and it's because I did transcendental meditation, keeping the body still, and yeah, it's very exciting. I will get to, naturally I think, with more meditation I'm doing, and all the health protocols, particularly the TM, I think I'm going to get to a place where I can control the master lucid dreaming, and then I can start thinking about, well, not thinking about, it just happens naturally, the fourth state. You don't try it, it just kind of happens. But I'll keep chiseling. And what keeps me motivated long term is what I told you about these premature cognitive commitments. like 10 million open tabs on my computer of stress from childhood. Maybe I've got it down to 8, 7 million. And the reason I reckon you all have it too, that's why we're not accessing fourth and fifth. I'm with Mariashi on that one. That's why we can't see the true nature of the witness. We can't witness ourselves in the waking state. We can't see ourselves as we really are, day-to-day 24/7, and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh, because there's too much stress in the system. Once you remove the stress of the system, he believed, then you can access the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, and you become. And I really believe that. So that gives me encouragement every time I practice, because I do it anyway, but the benefits are subtle in a way because I'm always doing it and I'm always rising. I'm doing this as a commitment, so it's for others to notice the difference in me, the huge changes over months at a time, but me, it's just a subtle, gradual. But in the meantime, to motivate myself, I've just got this, I'm removing deep stress every time I do 20 minutes, man. 20 minutes is something else for removing deep stress from the system. Holy shit, that's great. I don't know many things, man. There is stuff. Eating the right food, fasting does it, but this is kind of easier. Fasting, isn't it? Kind of easy as shit, so, yeah. Cheers, Alison. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate it, and we'll speak tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks for watching, all of you. Enjoy, and yeah, let me know if you've had some lucid dreaming tripping. If you're lucid dreaming tripping, it's fucking fun, and it's well on the way. Keep it up. You're well on the way to just changing it from now. Instead of witnessing your dreams, the challenge now is to keep doing what you're doing and witness yourself whilst awake, because that is our true nature, right? Fucking exciting.